I made money teaching people how to talk, even though I avoid phone calls. I'm an introvert. I overthink conversations. And if someone I know spots me in public, I consider taking a different route. Then I realized, if I struggle with this, millions of other people probably do too. So I turned this exact issue into a PDF. So what happened next? $11,000 in 7 days. Here is my back end showing my earnings in the last 7 days. $11,205.91. Let me refresh it again real quick. No inventory, no shipping, no overhead costs, just my laptop and AI. AI also creates my video avatar, which narrates my videos just like this one you are watching. And this is the same exact system which my students use to get results on their PDF stores like this. Today I'm walking you through the actual PDF, where I sold it, and the part that actually matters here, how I got AI assistants themselves to start recommending my store, not just Google. I'd been noticing more and more comments on this channel from people saying they'd asked ChatGPT or Perplexity for a recommendation on something instead of Googling it. And it hit me that if people are now asking AI where to buy things instead of typing it into a search bar, then it doesn't matter how good my Shopify store looks if AI never mentions it exists. That's a completely different kind of invisible than just ranking low on Google. So let's start with the actual product, because the topic ties directly into all of this. It's a guide called How to Make Small Talk Without Wanting to Disappear. Not a planner, just a direct, practical guide for the exact moment you're standing at a party, a networking event, or even just waiting in line, and your brain goes completely blank. I built it in Claude. Here's the exact prompt I used, word for word. Write a complete, practical guide called How to Make Small Talk Without Wanting to Disappear, formatted as a printable PDF. Structure it in 3 sections. How to start a conversation without overthinking the opening line. What to actually say to keep it going once it's started, including a few go-to follow-up questions that don't feel forced, and how to exit a conversation gracefully without it feeling awkward or rude. Write it in a warm, reassuring voice for someone who genuinely dreads small talk, not someone who's just a little nervous. Keep paragraphs short. Add a 1-page quick reference card at the very start with a few ready-to-use opening lines. Sized for US letter. Clean, simple typography. No clutter. Output the layout as clean HTML and CSS so it can be exported directly to a finished PDF. One message, and Claude handed back the whole thing. The quick reference card, all 3 sections, fully structured and ready to export. Maybe 10 minutes total. I listed it on Shopify. One simple product page, clean cover, priced at $15. Checkout's automatic. Somebody buys, they get the download instantly. Now here's the part that actually changed everything for this one. How I marketed it, and honestly, how I found out I needed to. I used a tool called Claude AI. What it actually does is help your brand show up when people ask AI assistants questions, not just when they search Google. Think ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, the assistants people are increasingly using to find products and services instead of typing into a search bar at all. Here's how I actually used it. I put in my Shopify store's URL and a short profile of my brand, and Claude AI's agent automatically went and analyzed who my competitors actually are in this space, without me having to research that myself. I could have adjusted that list manually, but honestly what it pulled was already accurate. From there, it built out what it calls a marketing map, basically a breakdown of who my actual buyer is, what situation they're in, and what they're trying to accomplish, going from user to scenario to intent. So in my case, that's someone standing at a party or a networking event, phone in their pocket, panicking about what to say next, trying to figure out how to make small talk without it feeling painfully awkward. And then it did something I genuinely wasn't expecting. It simulated a bunch of real prompts that someone in that exact scenario might actually type into an AI assistant. Things like, how do I make small talk without being awkward? Or what to say when I don't know what to talk about? And it checked whether my store got mentioned anywhere in the AI's answer to those prompts. It didn't. Not once. That's the moment from the hook. My store was completely absent from every single one of those answers, while a couple of competitor sites kept showing up over and over. So Claude AI generated a targeted article, written specifically to answer those exact prompts, in the way it figured an AI assistant would actually want to cite. And because Because the tool is integrated directly with Shopify, I didn't have to copy and paste anything. It published straight to my store from inside the platform. Then I connected Google Analytics through Palace AI, which let me actually see something I'd never been able to see before. The difference between my regular traffic and the specific traffic that was landing on my store because an AI assistant had cited it somewhere. A few days after that article went live, I started seeing that AI-driven traffic show up as its own line, not just lumped in with everything else. And when I went back and ran those same simulated prompts again later that week, my store actually showed up this time. Not in every single answer, but enough that it was clearly working. Building something people actually need, packaging it as a simple PDF, and making sure it's actually visible wherever people are looking now, AI assistants included, not just Google. That's basically the whole idea behind the passive PDF method. The course I teach this exact stuff in. If you have ever thought about starting a high-profit PDF business, you can get started using the link below in the video description or pinned comment. Okay, the actual number, 7 days, $11,205.91, from the exact same store that a week earlier didn't show up at all when I asked AI where to find something like it. I'm already running this same process on a couple of my other products, just to see if the small talk guide was a one-off or if this actually holds up across different topics. If you want to try Palace AI yourself and see what AI is actually saying about your own brand, it's linked in the description. And if you'd rather skip all the trial and error and just follow a complete system for the PDF side of this, that's exactly what the passive PDF method walks you through, start to finish. Links below either way. I'll see you in the next video.